Rustiest catch, it's where I'm meant to be.
Welcome to Rustiest Catch.
Welcome to Rustiest Catch. This isn't an in-depth and seriously technical or scientific testing by any means. There are just some fun tests to visually see how each of these different magnets will behave. The first is a 1,500-pound pole Brute Magnetics 360. The second magnet is a 1,200-pound pole Brute Magnetics single side. The third one is a 1,200-pound pole Brute Magnetics double side. Fourth is a very cheap 1,000-pound pole double-sided magnet from Amazon. And finally, I thought I'd throw in my 250-pound pole retrieval magnet that I picked up at Harbor Freight, just to see how it would measure up against fishing magnets. First, I wanted to show you the danger and the crushing ability of these magnets. They're no joke, and serious injury or damage can occur if you aren't extremely careful with these magnets. Now, on to testing. The first test will be using this 8-pound vintage cast iron stove plate I found in episode 8. We'll be doing a straight drop-down test and a drag pass test for each magnet. First up is my Brute Magnetics 360-degree magnet with a 1,500-pound pole. This magnet is designed to be thrown out and pulled back, dragging it along the bottom of a lake or a river. But we'll test all these magnets with both drop and drag style. This magnet really clicks onto this cast iron without any issues at all, from all directions. Next is my 1,200-pound pole single-sided magnet from Brute Magnetics. While it is a single side, it has much larger surface area on the bottom, making this magnet great for dropping straight down off docks and tapping along the river or lake bed. I caught a large metal pole and used this magnet to rescue a little girl's lost lure in episode 2. Next up is the 1,200-pound pole double-sided magnet by Brute Magnetics. Now I'm testing a cheap double-sided magnet I picked up on Amazon. This is a very weak magnet and didn't perform well at all with this cast iron plate. You aren't catching any heavy vintage stove parts with this thing. And last in the cast iron plate challenge is my cheap ferrite retrieval magnet I picked up at Harbor Freight for about $20. It has a 250-pound pole rating. It's not meant for magnet fishing, and it's not even the same type of magnet as the others, but I thought I would toss it into the mix and see how it does. I do know some people have used these for magnet fishing. And now moving on to the sand test, I wanted to see if these magnets could pull up various objects from the sand. I poured about 3 inches of driveway sand into a large storage container. Using both the drag and drop method, let's see how each of the 4 magnets performs. In the next test, I drug all 4 magnets past 3 different sized objects at different distances and magnet orientations. And last, for the final test, and because why not, I wanted to see if these magnets could lift my 3-ton floor jack. This beast weighs in at 70 pounds. This Brute Magnetics 360-degree magnet did great, and removing it from the jack wasn't that difficult given the small surface area and shape. Now, I was a little scared with this Brute Magnetics single-sided 1,200-pound pole magnet because of the large surface area. And this stuck like crazy. 10 minutes later, I finally got it removed. Now on to the double-sided magnets. Those are not too exciting, and it's about what I expected. And last, the Harbor Freight retrieval magnet. Could it retrieve this 70-pound jack? Yeah, not too bad for a cheap $20 magnet. It was really interesting to see how each of these magnets performed. Having used all these magnets for actual magnet fishing, I have to say my #1 favorite is the Brute Magnetics 360 Battler. If you can only get one magnet, I'd go for this one. It's a great all-around magnet, not too heavy, and has no problem with sticking to heavier objects. It can be dropped straight down or thrown out and pulled back. My second favorite magnet is the Brute Magnetics single-side 1,200-pound pole. It has a large surface area, and the strong pole makes this great for dropping off docks. I have to say I've used the Brute Magnetics double-side magnet, and I wasn't very impressed by its performance. It's much weaker, and it just didn't work well for me. As for the cheap double-sided magnet I purchased on Amazon, I have to say, save your money. It's horrible. It's very weak, you can't set it up as a single side, and just poor build quality all around. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Now, go and make today great.